This is basically everything I've packed up and reformulated to put in the new boat. That's it. That's all new boat. So I've used the new boat as kind of an opportunity to reorganize and resort everything and be a little more efficient, because I got too much crap, dude. Like, I gotta run around with a lot of stuff because I fish in different states, I fish all over the country kind of deal. But at the same time, like, when you got too much crap, your brain's like, what am I gonna do? Like, you spin out, dude. Like, you have certain things, certain ways you like to approach stuff, and if you don't have it, go to the tackle shop. You know, like, that's kind of the way you work. If you hear about some cool, like, technique, or you think something you want to try, best way to do is just pick it up at the shop. I had all of these boxes in the boat, and what I've done is I've reduced it down to just this stuff. I'm going to get it packed in the boat actually right now and get it sorted out. But one thing that I'm trying to transition to a little bit is I'm using these, I got these monster bass bags, and I'm going to be using more of these bags because I got Kitex right in there. It makes it super easy to kind of like take things out and put things in. I can grab one of those bags if I'm going on a buddy's boat, jump in, I can take stuff out of those bags. They're very good for the Kitex are in there. The shape of the Kitex is really hard to put in. I use a lot of these guys right here, like these boxes for soft plastics. That's my Gambler flipping stuff. You can't fit a lot of Kitex in there. They actually work better in a bag than they do in a box. This is the one thing I haven't organized yet, though. I got all this stuff that was behind the captain's seat, and it's like, you know, like an extra chesty. Toe strap is actually super important. That's a giant toe strap just in case. You know, weigh-in bag, umbrella, sunblock, all kinds of jazz. So I gotta go through this stuff yet. One thing, whether you got a new boat, an old boat, or whatever, that's awesome. If you go to Walmart, you can get one of these. It's probably more expensive now with like inflation and all that jazz, but this thing's like 20 bucks when I got it, $19.99, and you get so many tools, dude. Check that out. Like, that's practically a whole tool set, almost anything you could need, and you can keep it on the boat. And if it gets rusty for 20 bucks, I mean, it is what it is. So other than fishing rods, this is pretty much everything that's going to be going in the boat. I really tried to pack down. I know my buddy Donnie Bass would laugh at me because he can literally fish out of 2 boxes. I don't operate that way. But what I try to do is put things into smaller boxes. I went to Walmart. Walmart's actually got these super cheap, these Ozark Trail boxes. They're not the greatest quality, but they're like $2. And I think the bigger ones are $3. But I tried to do a lot of my terminal tackle into smaller boxes. There's some broad boxes that I have to have. Like, yeah, football jigs, jig heads, and skirts. That's a big category. Jerk baits, you know, your hard baits are pretty big. I got scrounger head, swim bait head. Like, that stuff takes up a lot of space, but I tried to kind of specialize like my Ned setups. Like, I put all my Ned jigs in kind of like one deal, and that way I can grab them too. If I'm like going out fishing with a buddy or something, I can just go grab them. But it allows me to be a lot more compartmentalized because this is a little bit different size storage. Let's see if we can get some stuff sorted in here. I got quite a bit of space in here, but it's a little bit different because it's segmented. So what I thought I'd do is I'm gonna put all my plastics just like that in these containers. Should probably face them the other way though, since I put all that labeling on there. So, boom, Neds, and I can stack them too, which is it's kind of gonna allow me to take advantage of some of this vertical space. And then I'm thinking too, stick baits. I can put like some of these smaller, like more like tactical boxes like that, kind of in these side rails. This is what I was sort of talking about with the bags. Like, you can kind of wedge them. These are those monster bass bags that I get with my monthly subscription. So you can kind of like wedge them in, and like stuff like this, like these Kitex, I love them and catch a bunch of fish on them, but they don't fit in boxes very well. They're kind of like an awkward shape and size, but I gotta have them with me. So I can kind of grab a bag like that and just wedge it into kind of like these open spaces, and I'm good to go, and I'm not really wasting any kind of space, because that absolutely drives me nuts. I paid all this money for a big boat. I want to use every inch of it. I don't know about you guys, but I always keep like rod tips, some zip ties, and some stuff to fix reels. Super general stuff, nothing like crazy, but it's handy having that stuff. Like, you get out on the water and you snap off a rod tip, or you break like a rod guide. Like, being able to like fix those jokers up really fast. And then also I always have some little like
outdoor kind of like waterproof wire crimps. That's just in case, you know, electrical issues are the worst out on the water, and they're usually like the hardest to fix. So if you got something where you can crimp a few wires, make do, get back into shore, hopefully that won't happen with a new boat, but I always like to be prepared.
Never forget the most essential thing to put in a boat. I bet you guys can't guess. Actually, some of you guys can. Ta-da! Yeah, you better have your own personal hygiene products in the boat, right? Always be prepared. Stay tuned. We're gonna be more boat mods, boat tweaks, boat storage, efficiency.